Backtesting. Here we are. And then we're going to pull in the data here. So I'm just going to place it here for now. You can see it's right there. And then from here, we want to go ahead and use an example from prior, because that's always the best way to do it, in my opinion. Is just like you already set it up, and I've done this so many times that let's just jump over to one of our older files here and see if we can find one. Okay, I think this will work, this right here, and we can just copy over this, and I'll go over all of it, don't worry. So June, let's go back here, and let's just look through this. First, we're gonna bring in the data here. So pt.read, and then we wanna switch it out to bring in this data here. So this just reads in the data that we just generated from the file that I showed you. And you can have access to that file inside the bootcamp. If not, just use like Yahoo Finance or something. And then we're going to capitalize all of it. So all of the columns, we just capitalize those columns because the data is actually not capitalized. And then we run this line that says backtest, bt equals backtest. We pass in this data here, and then we pass in the strategy. You can see I was doing an Elliott wave strategy prior. So, you know, I do this all the time because this is what I do. I love this game. And you can say 10,000. I'm going to put 100,000 because we're trading Bitcoin and it can't do portions. I'm actually going to do 1 million. So it essentially, with backtesting PY, this is something that is a little tricky, but it can't buy in fractions. So it's not going to, like, you know, Bitcoin's like, I don't know how much it is, 30,000 or something. You know, if you only had 10,000 in cash, it wouldn't make any trades because it can't buy a third of Bitcoin. So commission is 0.002, which is 2x the amount it usually is, in my opinion. Usually you can get it for 0.001, that's 0.1%, but I like to have it higher because if it's higher than it's supposed to be, then, and it still works, then that's a good sign, you know? And I would rather be conservative when it comes to that. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's go ahead, and then you just get the stats here by saying stats equals bt.run. So this is super chill. It's super easy to do. And then you just print stats. Now, sure, it's gonna take some time to figure it out, but you can see our max drawdown was crazy, 82%, return negative 40%. But just like that, I was able to backtest this strategy. Pretty cool, huh? So you can see it printed out all that data that I asked for. Those were stop losses. You can see the start was 2015. The end was 2023. So the duration was 2,900 days. Exposure time was 54% of the time. The equity final is 594,000. So this strategy does not work. The return percentage is minus 40%. The buy and hold was 10,000%. So just hold Bitcoin in this scenario. But that's fine. We're just going to go ahead, and I just wanted to make sure you have a template so you can build anything out. And let's just move on to another strategy. And this is how you find winning strategies is essentially you just test and test. So I have another version of this SMA pullback that I want to mess around with. So let's go ahead and put in the stop loss here. Stop loss equals 0. And then price. Let's change this to price. Self.sma, talib.sma. So I just want to change this up so you can see how it changes. And then we're going to say N1.